Right, well, that's a flavour of the messages so far. Let's go to JJ in Coventry. Hello, JJ.
Yeah, hi, how are you?
Yeah, good. What would you like to say?
Good. Well, I think, looking at Trump on social media, I think the one thing you've got to acknowledge is that, I think whether you support him or not, the one thing you have to acknowledge is he's been a hell of a lot more accessible to people on social media than politicians historically have. I mean, for instance, to give you an example that's personal to me, I know of hundreds of people that have been affected by the contaminated blood scandal who have been trying to get in touch with Theresa May to get a public inquiry on the issue here. They can't. She doesn't respond on the issue. Now, someone like Trump, for instance, he will respond to people on social media. He will acknowledge people.
Will he? Or does he just set the agenda by tweeting in the first place? I mean, presumably Theresa May has got a Twitter account. You can write what you like on that.
You can, but again, it's very rare that anyone actually ever gets a response. Whereas, as Trump historically, he has responded to people, and this. Yeah,
I mean, I was looking today. I couldn't see any responses. I mean, there's so many now. He's got 15 million followers, and there's so many people responding. I doubt he even reads them. It would be impossible, probably, to read them. There are too many.
Well, I'm sure if he doesn't personally, that he's got a team that gives him a broad overview of what people are suggesting. And I think this is the point. I mean, when the campaign was going on and he had thousands of people saying the Clintons were involved in the bad blood scandal back in the 80s and they need to be held up to account for it. I'm sure his team came to him and said, look, we've got X amount thousands of tweets of people saying this. We've got people saying emails, this, that, and the other.
Maybe
he was getting run down and playing off that, and then knowing what to say to the people because he was listening to what the people had to say on issues like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel it was rather more round the other way, that he was telling people what he thought, and they were just responding rather than anybody going to him with suggestions and ideas. I mean, in this country, I think we have quite a good system with the online petitions, for example, where if you get enough people behind you, it's actually debated in Parliament, and it does get a government response. Well, I think that's a slightly more formal and possibly more likely to have a result than a guy sitting on a sofa sending out tweets.
I think it's it's a two-way street, because at the end of the day, if any politician is talking at people, they're not going to get a response, and the same way they're not going to get a response if they're ignoring people. So if you're speaking to people and they're hearing what they want to hear, they're going to acknowledge that. And on the issue of petitions, it's almost like a pick and choose thing, because again, the issue close to my heart, the contaminated blood scandal, we've had petitions on that, get justice on this issue, that have been totally ignored by government because they don't want to acknowledge there's been a cover-up, as Lord David Owen said. And so government, at the end of the day, will always pick and choose the issues that they want to work with, that are easy to solve. But if a politician like Trump or anyone else is speaking to what people want to hear, then it's has that effect, and ultimately, like what has happened in America, end up in a win.
All right, JJ, thank you. 0345 6060 97.